In this video, I propose the question, what if Forsaken collabed with Undertale? Now, before you go typing in the comments, yes, I know there are already Undertale themed skins in Forsaken. When other games collab with Forsaken, they get really in-depth skins that aren't just references. So for this video, I've designed two very detailed skins based off of two characters from Undertale. However, this skin called Photoshop Yes 666 dropped this update, and, as luck would have it, Omega Flowey as Guest 666 is one of the two concepts for this video. I had absolutely no idea this was coming out and was completely shocked to see this. I was really happy to see something this cool, but also I now have a concept for something that's already been put into the game. The good thing is that our designs for not only the model, but the music is very different. So even though Omega Flowey 6er is already in the game, I still think you should look at what I came up with for the idea. Also, this video wasn't meant to be a celebration for Undertale's 10th anniversary, but happy late 10th anniversary, Undertale. Also, I'm not really going to explain anything about Undertale, so if you don't know anything about these characters, I'm sorry. But you should know them anyway because this game is amazing and it's been out for 10 years, so like, what are you doing? Go watch a video essay about Undertale or something, and then come back to this. Anyway, I'm going to showcase the first skin now. The first skin I designed is the Asgore skin for 1x. For this skin, due to how much custom stuff I've made for it, I would price it at around 4,000 points, slightly more expensive than Diva. For this skin, I used Asgore's black and white appearance when fighting him for the design. Originally, I was going to do the black and white for the render and color for the actual model, but I like the black and white appearance so much better, so I stuck with that. Honestly, this skin doesn't look too much like 1x, but this skin does have the same red eye and would glow like 1x does. So now that you've seen the model, I want to show you the custom animations I've made for this skin. Now, just as a disclaimer, I'm still very new to animating, so these aren't fully cleaned up and colored, they're just good enough to get the idea across. So first, we have the idle animation. Not really anything too interesting here. Next is the walking animation. Not super interesting either. Next is the running animation. Here it's a little different as Asgore holds his trident to his side rather than in front of him. Next is his stun animation. This animation references the pose that Asgore does after you defeat him in battle, but with the addition of the trident being stabbed into the ground. It's honestly not that different from 1x's normal stun animation. Next is his kill animation, which I had a really hard time making. After Asgore stabs a hole through the survivor, their soul pops out and is put into one of the soul canisters shown before the fight with Asgore. This animation leads into what Asgore's Rejuvenate the Rotten ability animation will do as well. Also, I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot about the special kill animation between 1x and Shaletsky, so I don't have anything for that. If this skin was added though, it would definitely need one, because Asgore only has one sword and not two. Next is the animation for Slash. I tried to time the loop to 1x's actual cooldown, but I'm not sure if I honestly got it right. This animation also blends nicely with Asgore's run animation and his kill animation. Next is the mass infection animation. The normal mass infection animation features chains and other effects appearing around 1x, so I needed something like that for this skin too. I decided to do some sort of flame thing where sparks of fire appear under Asgore rather than chains. Next is the entanglement animation. At first I wanted to have Asgore throw the trident, but the windup for this move was way too fast to have that look good, so I just made Asgore use his fireball attack instead. Next is the unstable eye animation. For this animation, I wanted to reference the attack that Asgore does in Undertale where his eyes flash between orange and blue to signify what attack pattern he's going to do. Next is the Rejuvenate the Rotten animation. Because Asgore doesn't really do any resurrection in Undertale, all I could think of was using the 7 human souls for this animation. I think this honestly works perfectly, as normally 1x can only spawn 7 zombies at once, and there are 7 human souls in Undertale. Also, here's the design for the zombies that would spawn. The zombies would take the appearance of Frisk but with a monochromatic color scheme. The hole in the chest comes from the kill animation, and also, each zombie would have a different human soul color. Although the survivors getting killed don't look like Frisk, I just wanted to keep the Undertale theme of the skin consistent. For the last animation, I have Asgore's killer intro. This intro is a big reference to the iconic opening to the fight against Asgore. There is no way I wasn't going to reference one of the best scenes in all of Undertale with this animation. Also, I didn't animate it, but this skin would have a custom outro where Shadletsky is replaced with Frisk, and the environment is replaced with the barrier or maybe Asgore's throne room. I didn't animate it because there isn't actually anything that needs animation, just some models switched around. So that's almost everything for this skin. I didn't end up making any custom sound effects because I don't really know how to do that, but there would definitely be custom sound effects if it was in the game. So for the last thing for the Asgore 1x skin, I have a custom chase song. I've already uploaded this song to my channel, so if you've heard it already, feel free to skip ahead to the next section. If you haven't heard the song yet, I encourage you put on some headphones for the best listening experience to Asgore's chase song, No Mercy. So now that you've seen Asgore 1x, it's time to move on to the next skin I designed. Once again, this concept is already in Forsaken, but I still really think our designs are different. Also, I think I would price this skin at 3,500 points, because I have some more custom things than the actual Photoshop 6er. Anyway, here's the render for the Omega Flowey Guest 666 skin. I wanted to reference Omega Flowey's original pose from Undertale for the render, while still being true to the design I gave the skin. The vines and wires in the back are meant to be his legs unraveling to their natural form. Here's a better look at the actual model for the skin. As Omega Flowey does not actually have legs, I had to get creative. I came up with the idea that his legs would be a combination of vines and wires, as that's mostly what Omega Flowey is composed of. So as you can see, side by side these two skins look very different from each other. I do like Photoshop 6er, and I think his chase and sound effects are really cool. However, I would honestly just kind of remove the tubes on his chest, because it makes him look kind of fat. Now, as this skin is mostly similar to 6er, there weren't many animations that I had to make for this skin. The actual Photoshop 6er doesn't have any custom animations, which I think is a little disappointing, as the regular 6er ones don't quite fit with the skin. I only ended up making 3 animations, as I feel most things actually fit pretty well. The first one I made is the kill animation. Normally 6er would grab a survivor and bite their head off, but Omega Flowey's head is a TV screen, so I made this very rushed animation to show that the stomach mouth would bite the head off instead. Next, I made a custom killer intro. This animation is a reference to what happens right before Flowey transforms into Omega Flowey. This is pretty unconventional for Forsaken, as this Flowey model is not the one that actually chases you, but I think the text at the bottom saying who the killer is good enough. Also, 6er doesn't ever have to worry about skin recognizability until the dev team adds another massive killer to the game. Lastly, I made a killer windscreen animation. This animation references the moment from Undertale when Omega Flowey resets the save file to repeatedly kill you over and over. This animation would just loop in the background for a little bit until the end results appear. For some extra details, I thought it'd be cool if this skin's TV face would randomly change to different faces that Omega Flowey makes. There wouldn't be anything that causes this, it can just happen every 20 seconds or something like that. To transition from faces, his face would switch to static briefly. After Omega Flowey kills someone, his face would switch to this smug one. Whenever he gets stunned, his face would switch to one of these injured faces. That's basically everything except for the music. For this skin, I decided that a chase song wasn't enough, so I also made a last man standing song that would play against any survivor except Noob because of the special 6er vs Noob illness. Also, these songs will be uploaded separately after this video goes live, so if you like them, feel free to listen to them after the video. So once again, if you don't have your headphones on, put them on, goddammit, there's no better way to listen to music than with headphones. First, I'll start with Omega Flowey's chase song, Kill or Be Killed. So I hope you like that song. I really want to invoke a feeling of fear with this, as I think Sixer is actually kind of scary. Now for the last thing in this video, enjoy Omega Flowey's Last Man Standing song, A Grave Finale. Now fight. So that's going to be the end of this video, but stick around to hear some stuff about future plans and all that. So first of all, I need to be honest with you guys. I haven't really been enjoying Forsaken as much as I used to. For me personally, I just don't really enjoy playing against most of the killers in this game. And seeing as I'm playing Survivor most of the time, I find that I'm not having that much fun anymore. Also, this update is really great with how much content it adds, but the problem for me is that these killers, including Sixer, just don't feel fun to play against. I was so incredibly disappointed to see the lack of balance changes in this update, as I really think there are some nerfs needed for some killers. I don't really want to stop making videos on Forsaken, but I prefer to make videos on things I'm actually passionate about and have fun with, and honestly, I'm just not really feeling it anymore. But one game that has got me pretty passionate is a game I clowned on for the longest time until recently, and that game is Die of Death. I honestly don't even know why I like this game so much, as I don't even think it's made as well as Forsaken. Maybe it's just like the sillier nature of it that draws me in. I've got a crazy ambitious project idea, like always, that I really want to try. Plus, I think it would be fun to design some skins or even like a new killer and stuff for Die of Death. I'm not sure what my next big video is going to be, but I don't think it's going to be Forsaken. Anyway, thank you to those of you who are still watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, why not subscribe to see more art and music projects like this one? It would mean a lot to me if you did. Anyway, this video is long enough now, so see you in the next one, and have a great rest of your day.